A ways back, I made a video talking about this new to us electric car that we invested in that I had a friend put a class 3 hitch on and got a 5x8 trailer and have been basically having an electric truck but for under $14,000. This cost us around $12,000 to 2020 with 26,000 miles. Really phenomenal deal if it was a gas car or electric. I got it because it was a great deal. It's nice to not have the emissions, but the fact that it pulls a 5-foot by 8-foot trailer, this is about 50 times now I've done this, so this is kind of a review from that first video where I was excited about the potential. I feel pretty confident this is a really nice solution for us. So this happens to be a Chevy Bolt. My friend Carl turned me on to this particular car. It has been extremely easy and pleasant to drive. I want to be really clear that I get the complexity with electric cars. I by no means want to say, oh, we got an electric car, we're going green, we'll save the planet. Lithium is a fraught and complex chemistry, but when this car finally is no longer useful as a car, we can take potentially the 60 kilowatt hour battery out of the bottom of the car and using solar arrays that we have throughout our landscape be able to power sections of our home. So I can't do that with a gas engine once it breaks down, but I potentially can with this car. And what it's been able to pull has been kind of mind-boggling. So we've got this class 3 hitch that's attached to the frame. My friend Harlan put that on, and then this is a 5x8 trailer I got at Lowe's for $1,000. So car was $12,000. The hitch and the installation was around $500, and the trailer was $1,000, so under $14,000 for all of that. And this particular load is indicative of an average load for me. It's kind of obscene. So I've got an electric riding mower on there. That is a good many hundreds of pounds. I've got all of these buckets that are compost buckets from some spots that we use to feed our hens. They're between 15 and 25 pounds a piece. There's a whole bunch on here. You can see there's coffee grounds, things like that. And on the far end, we've got crates that are filled with apples and pears that we harvested today. These are wild apples and pears from our 6-acre site. I was up there working today, and so try to optimize the driving time and bring all this compost back for our hens, bring back harvest. We'll be hauling our trees for our bare root sales this fall. But this is many hundreds of pounds. It's shy of 1,000 for sure, but probably 600 to 800 pounds. The car does just fine with it. I'd be psyched if I was able to just haul this much with a silent vehicle that I can plug into our wall and recharge. But what's also nice here is that the car itself can hold a bunch of stuff. So in the way back, I've got some boots and ratchet straps, potting containers there for plants. This side has a big pile of plastic, but underneath 2 completely filled bushels of frozen chicken, more apples and pears on the passenger seat, and some other gear back over there. There's the car seat for our daughter. This will safely drive our daughter around when we need it to, and then also can be a way to hold some wild soda, flip-top bottles, some freshly harvested plums, and an inflator and some eggs. So not a ton of weight there, but lots and lots of bulk. So a lot in the car, including myself, and then all of this on the back. And here's the part that to me feels really exciting. This thing is super inexpensive to operate, so I just plug it in when I get home. It's inelegant, but it works just fine. That's the plug. It goes into a standard outlet. You can see our very high-end wire holding situation here. Works good enough. I don't care. My commute between our 2 farming properties is 18 miles, and when I'm hauling this much weight on the trailer and have the car filled to the absolute brim, it costs me a little under 3 cents a mile to drive. And when it has absolutely no trailer attached, there's very little weight in the car, it costs around 2 cents, 2.5 cents a mile to drive. So driving from our 6-acre spot back to here, 18 miles or so, I'll put the math on the screen of how much it actually costs. I used to be doing this with a lovely truck. I really appreciate it. 1996 Ford F-150. I got 14 miles to the gallon, and at current prices, this is what it cost to drive that. Quite a difference. Definitely not pushing some agenda, just sharing our own personal experience. Again, I recognize there's complexity here with the electric vehicle. It is not panacea of perfection, but after about 50 plus really intense trips like this, a couple 1,000-pound plus loads that were just on the edge of what it was comfortable doing, the car has done an amazingly lovely job with it. And so the idea of an electric car modified with a class 3 hitch and a really decent quality smaller lightweight trailer is a pretty significant upgrade. And so long as we don't have to drive through really rough terrain, it's very low clearance underneath this car, pretty much everything we need to do for our farming and our day-to-day life works just fine with it.